Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to basically show you everything that's in this week's Java Snapshot. Sadly, Bedrock didn't get anything this week because the Bedrock is finishing the release cycle. We only got one major bug fix in that release, so nothing really that important with Bedrock. So I'm expecting Bedrock to be getting what I'm going to be showing you. You might see a teaser in my hotbar right here that I'm scrolling on. This Sulfur Spike is brand new, but let's head first over to the changelog because I'm going to show you everything brand new within this week. So it says Minecraft 26.2 Snapshot 3, a Minecraft Java snapshot. We are back again with a third snapshot for 26.2. Today, we are bringing new sulfur spikes to test out. These sharp blocks grow in sulfur caves, adding a colorful pointy touch to your builds. But watch out, falling sulfur spikes sure pack a punch. Happy mining! New features, sulfur spikes. It is a new block that generates naturally on sulfur blocks inside the sulfur cave biome. Forms a stalactite if placed on the ceiling, or a stalagmite if placed on the floor. Can be combined to form larger stalactites and stalagmites. So stalactites and stalagmites merge if the tips are next to each other, unless you press shift while placing. The sulfur spike is just like a normal dripstone. If you don't know what I mean, oh sorry guys, I need to get used to this. But yeah, what I'm talking about is this is from what I'm getting at. I haven't watched any videos on this yet, but basically these two are exactly the same. It's just like a retexture or a brand new texture for the pointed dripstone. You can see. By the way, yeah, here. By the way, I'm in a sulfur cave, and you can see here we have sulfur spikes jutting on top of sulfur. I mean, am I in peaceful? World options. No. Edit. I love this edit game rules. Mob. So spawning is on. Spawn mobs is on. So I don't know why the sulfur cube, it hasn't spawned in yet, but you can see here basically we have these brand new spikes, and we have this, which I love so very much. Like, this is going to become a lot dangerous when people start doing that, because you can see it acts just like normal pointed dripstone, but just a retexture, a brand new texture. It's basically a brand new texture, because if you look over here at my example right here, we have these, and I think these will grow over time. I placed this by hand. I placed this one. I didn't place this one, so I think these might grow. And for what I've seen, with a crafting table, you only need 4 of these, and you can basically get sulfur. So basically we have renewable sulfur, because I believe you just have to, you either have to place it, I think, place it like this, or place it like this, and I think they will begin to grow, and they can use flying machines to harvest it just like a normal dripstone farm. So that's really cool. I don't know if you can unpack this. Can you into... No, maybe like that? No, that's what you craft. No. Oh, potent sulfur. I did not know that's how you craft potent sulfur. Okay, that's really cool. But I don't know if this is how these grow. But let's keep reading the changelog. Let's see what else is in this week's changelog. Stalagmites will break if they are yet, just like normal ones. Stalactites fall down if not yet. Being hit by a falling stalagmite hurts and they are sharp. Just throw, yep. Changes. The potent sulfur block no longer crafts back into sulfur blocks. Oh, that's kind of sad. Updated the texture for the following blocks: chiseled cinnabar, chiseled sulfur, cinnabar. By the way, I have a great example on basically, I believe, Hare. Basically, I believe they have basically done a good job of showing the different textures and all of that. So let me find basically what I'm trying to find, because basically they did show side by side the new textures and everything. I just need to scroll down here to find it, guys. Yes, I'm never prepared for these videos, but I am preparing for the actions and stuff of video, I did promise, by the end of this week. So make sure you do subscribe for that, because, well, basically you will want to be subscribed for that. I know how to find their account, actually. Maybe. I believe. Let me actually go to my notifications, maybe. I think Real News has once before. I think Waddles has, actually. So yeah, guys, sorry that I'm not prepared, but basically, like, we have a brand new block. But let's just continue reading the changelog. Dang it, wrong thing. So yeah, they update the texture of that. Sulfur Cube Mob can no longer be placed in boats. Stupid. I hate this. Please allow us to place. Actually, can no longer. Actually, no. Actually, no, because actually, I don't know. Actually, more I think about it, nah, that's okay, because on Bedrock, you're able to basically leash the sulfur cube to the boat, and then that's how you can create like a real cool way of flying without the elytra. Update the sound for Nautilus jets, and Nautilus recovers. Don't know what that means. But then here's all the technical changes. Pause the video so you can read it, but this is a huge snapshot. I guess this is not a big snapshot, but it is at least something. We got at least one brand new thing to mess around with, and that is the Sulfur Spike, which basically, from what I'm getting at, acts just like a normal pointed dripstone. So this and this, from what I've seen, are pretty similar. And I guess this doesn't work, actually. But then they generate like this, though. Maybe they grow super slow. You do /ti tick. Let's do sprint. Let's do that. Let's do another. Okay. I don't know how these spikes work. I'll have to do some experimenting, but this is basically the sulfur cave I found. Not that big, but it's pretty decently sized, in my opinion. Ooh, diamonds. So let me go into spectator to see how, yeah, You see, we have some more sulfur case. You see, we have a water one here with the spikes. We even have this huge one right here. Like, this one's cool. I love this one. This one's phenomenal. I love this one. But where's the sulfur cube at? The sulfur cube is supposed to spawn here. But yeah. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't know you couldn't see. Sorry guys. But yeah, you can see here, this is a pretty good sized sulfur cave. I was just over here, looking over here, because this is a pretty big one. Then I was also showing off, basically, the underwater version right here, with the spikes. So that's one we just showcased. Yeah, no Sulfur Spring, surprisingly. Surprisingly, Mojang hasn't even touched, or hasn't even noted down that they have touched the Sulfur Springs. But one of the Mojang developers said they did, or they are, and they have a lot of things planned. So keep that in note. They do have a lot of things planned. So please, again, be patient with them because, well, being patient is always polite. It's always the right thing to do. Oh, look it! We have one that connected each other. That's cool. I love the spikes. These spikes are going to be making amazing builds. And people have already made for amazing builds. These are like I keep saying, these are just like normal sulfur spikes. So, yeah. Yeah, just nausea. But not for that long, surprisingly. I really want to see if we can find a sulfur cube naturally spawning, because I've never seen one spawning yet. So that's what I'm trying to find in this video. Is a way to basically is a sulfur cube. I want to see if I can find a sulfur cube actually naturally spawning. There we go. Our first sulfur cube. Look at him. Our first sulfur cube. Can you place these inside of him? No, you cannot. That's understandable. So it's not every block. So yeah, they did change the texture of this here. So yeah, the sulfur cube does take damage. I believe it takes more damage on this. Oh, I guess not. I guess, yeah, if they're higher to that, then I believe that was extra damage. But yeah, that's all I have to show for this snapshot. Sorry guys if it's not that long. There's just not a lot to show off right now, but I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks we start really getting the new features that they're starting to hype up, that they're starting to talk about. So hopefully this drop is more, and hopefully they have a lot more cool things planned. But I have to say, I am already happy with this drop. I really am happy with this drop and where it is right now. If this is all that we were getting, then I would be happy, because we're getting a brand new mob that hasn't ever been seen in the game before. That's going to be making the mini games a lot more possible. And also, basically, sit back in Minecraft. You shout to him because he showed off a way on Bedrock Edition to use, and on Java as well, to use the Sulfur Cube. Because if you don't know, you can splash invisibility potion onto the Sulfur Cube once they have a block. Like, I'm going to put blocks in all of them so they stand still. Dig it. And if you can see here, they're all invisible. I'm going to drink milk. Dang it. And you get night vision. There you go. You can see these are invisible. These are only invisible for 3 minutes. Minus 100% waypoint transparent range. What does that mean? But yeah, like, we can do a lead. Lead this to a boat. I'm going to just do a oak boat. So then just do that. Shift click, and then you can see this leads to the boat, and this can be used as a cool little conveyor belt, where you can just have a block just going around a conveyor belt in your builds. It's like Buildstone, but cooler. And I recommend watching his video because he does a lot better job than I could do to show you guys that. But I don't want to bring it to everyone's attention. But yeah, but that's all I have to show. Sorry, it's not really that long of a video. I just don't really have that much to showcase this week. I just don't because, well, there's not a lot of things I have brought to the table this week. I'm hoping within the next couple weeks, because we're about to get into May, so hopefully sooner rather than later they give us more features. Because hopefully this is the last snapshot that includes just one new feature and one new addition. Hopefully next week we get to see a lot more cooler stuff getting added, a lot more cooler things. So yeah, but make sure you do subscribe with all notifications on so you do not miss my video next week covering next week's Java Snapshot and next week's Bedrock Beta and Preview, because really this week's was so small. Like, Echo Soldier posted the link to it, and it's like just basically just so very, very small. And I just think no increased damage from falling on Sulfur Spikes, I guess. Interesting too. Okay, and I'm just reading Mitch Refresh's tweet that he made. Basically, I'm just looking at Mitch Refresh's tweet. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about. No, not that. Here's what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about this tweet here from Mint Refresh. So, yeah, I guess you don't take increased damage on it. But I think you should take more damage compared to a normal dripstone because it's made out of sulfur, and sulfur is really bad. So basically, I think you should take more damage than usual on those because, well, it's made out of sulfur, and sulfur is basically really poisonous to us humans and really bad. So, but that's just my opinion, just how I see things. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end this video. If you would like, I'm gonna actually really quickly show you guys. I'm gonna go to Echo Soldier. No, Echo Soldier, because he actually posted a link to this week's Bedrock preview and beta. And basically you can see this is it. This is all that's in this week's Bedrock beta and preview. This is our last ever preview of 26.20.27. So that means 26.2 or 0.20 will be coming out really soon on Bedrock Edition with the Sulfur Cube as the experimental toggle on Bedrock. So I'm expecting next week to be a new release cycle, and I'm expecting this to be releasing within the next month or so. So I'm expecting this to be releasing probably, let's say, in May. I'm expecting this to come out in May. Then after May, the next release will be the Chaos Cubed game drop for summer 2026. So after this is going to be our last update, I assume. And then our next one will be, the next major one will be the Chaos Cubed game drop for Bedrock, and that will come out, I believe, in June, if not July. So yeah, so this is our last Bedrock beta and preview of this release cycle of 26.20. So yeah, so this is our last ever one, since it only has one fix, and that's for realms. So it says fix an error that could sometimes occur when trying to create or enter a realm with the drop 2 of 2026 experimental toggle enabled. So I guess there was a problem, so I had to fix it, but that's all we are getting. So I'm expecting next week to be starting a brand new release cycle and all of that. So make sure you do. So make sure you are subscribed with all notifications on so you don't miss next week's video. And by this weekend, I'm going to try my best by this weekend to hopefully get out the Axis and stuff Bedrock video out because, well, basically this is the biggest ever update we have gotten to action stuff by Orville Studios. So I'm working on that video behind the scenes. Hopefully that can come out really soon. But until then, please make sure you like, subscribe with all notifications on so you do not miss basically that video. Because I promise you guys you will not want to miss it. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm also trying to reach 800 subscribers. I am trying to reach 800 subscribers. If we can hit 800 subscribers, that would be greatly appreciated. But that is it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So take care, guys. Peace. Have a nice day. See you guys hopefully this weekend and next week for next week's Bedrock beta and preview and next week's Java snapshot. So yeah, but that is it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. See you guys later. Peace.